Welcome to our video on application techniques for corrugations. A corrugation is a recess in the vehicle panel. Almost every commercial vehicle has corrugations, so it's fundamental to master the techniques for applying film to corrugations. All corrugations slightly differ in depth and shape. We're going to demonstrate techniques which will allow you to successfully apply to any corrugation. Please note that only conformable 3D cast films are suitable for this type of application. Other materials, like calendared films, can be applied to corrugations, but not using the techniques we'll show you here. When starting on the vehicle panel, we'll first position the film and then we'll give it just the right amount of tension. This will help avoid problems in later steps. Once we have the tension right, we'll focus on squeegeeing the flat areas first. Notice that we've left bridges over the corrugations. We'll leave those parts for later and instead concentrate on all the flat areas, like the flat edges and the centre areas. It's important to leave enough material in your bridge. This will allow you to push in later without creating too much tension. Observe as I press on this example bridge. There's enough material to keep the tension low. But if I were to squeegee too far down and make the bridge too short, there would be too much tension for a correct application and the film would likely pop up. So be sure to give yourself enough material in your bridge. To ensure a good application within the corrugation, we need to heat the film. Heat makes the film more flexible, and this enables you to reach the deepest parts of the corrugation. Set a heat gun to the warm setting and start heating the film. You will see immediately that the tension starts to change as it starts to flatten. Heat along the entire bridge to relax the tension as much as possible. Don't focus on just heating certain parts like the top or the bottom. Instead, make sure all the bridge is warm, as you will need all the material to do the corrugation right. Before you start working the vinyl, that is pushing into the corrugation, slide your wet gloved finger along the edges to make sure they are smooth and flat. This helps avoid wrinkles appearing in the next step. Before you start applying pressure into the corrugation, it's essential the film reaches between 45 and 55 degrees Celsius. This is when it's most flexible. When starting out, use a temperature gauge to be sure you're getting the temperature right. Once heated, you will only have a little time to work on the film before it loses flexibility and needs to be heated again. How long it will last between 45 and 55 degrees Celsius depends on the ambient temperature and the temperature of the vehicle. It may be 10 to 20 seconds, but it could be less or it could be more. Now let's focus on finger position. If your finger position is wrong, you will create an air gap or a bridge underneath the film. Wrong finger position will also create sections with too much tension on too little material. These sections can later pop up. So, use the right position, making sure the thinnest part of your finger reaches the deepest part of the corrugation, like this. As you reach different parts of the corrugation, pay attention to your body position. You will need to adjust your body position to make sure your fingers can work at the same correct angle the whole time. Remember, always pull the film, never push the film. Check the corrugation before reheating to make sure there is no air, as this can cause serious problems when you reheat the material. Note you will probably get air in the flat areas, so use a squeegee to push this air out. Although it now looks nice, we are not yet finished. We still need to post-heat to set the film. This resets the memory of the film and removes any extra tension. If we don't post-heat, material will soon pop up, maybe within hours or minutes. Post-heating requires a heat gun and a thermometer. Make sure to reheat all the recesses and the areas the film has been stretched. It's best to reheat area by area, applying the heat in circles. Remove the heat, then measure. The temperature you want to reach is 95 degrees Celsius. Make sure you don't measure only the one spot, but the entire section you've post-heated. Once completed, move to the next section and continue with the same process. Important, do not measure the temperature in the airflow. It will give you a false reading. So, that's how to apply to corrugations. By using these techniques, you can be sure your material won't pop up. Let's recap the steps for the corrugation application. 1. Create a bridge. 2. Heat the film to 45 to 55 degrees Celsius. 3. Apply the film in the corrugation. 4. Stabilise above 95 degrees Celsius. These are the essential techniques our Academy trainers can help you learn and master. Thanks for watching.